to my YouTube channel Maths with RP. Today we are going to explore polynomials, a topic in class 10 mathematics CBSE syllabus. We will understand what are different types of polynomials, and we will also see what is the meaning of a root or a zero of a polynomial. So a polynomial is an expression involving constants and variables. For example, this is an example of a polynomial. So when I say polynomial, if any expression of the form an x power n plus a n minus 1 x power n minus 1 etc. plus a naught is called as a polynomial, where all the coefficients, an minus 1 etc. are all real numbers. While the powers of x are whole numbers. So I will clearly tell you what is a polynomial and what is not a polynomial. So this is an example of a polynomial. The coefficients of x square is 1. The coefficient of x is minus 4, root 2. All these are real numbers. If you look at the power of x, 2 and 1, here you can think of the power as 0, right? Therefore, the powers are whole numbers. So this is called as a quadratic polynomial. The highest power of x is called as the degree of a polynomial. So the degree of p of x is 2. So this is one example. Let me give you another. Look at x cube minus 4x. This is also an example of a polynomial. This is called as a cubic polynomial, because the degree of the polynomial is 3. What is the degree? Degree is the highest power of x. Here what is the degree of the quadratic polynomial? Highest power of x, which is 2. Suppose you have y equal to, or f of x equal to 2x plus 3. This is also a polynomial. What is the degree of the polynomial? The highest power of x, which is 1. It is called as a linear polynomial. In a linear polynomial, the highest power of x is 1. Now, we have seen examples of polynomials. Let us now see what are not polynomials. Now consider g of x is root x plus 3 by 2x minus x cube. Here the power of x is half, which is not a whole number. So this is not a polynomial. While this is a polynomial, which is called a cubic polynomial, this is a linear polynomial, this is a quadratic polynomial. This is not a polynomial because the power of x is half, which is not a whole number. So I hope you are clear now about what is a polynomial and what is not a polynomial. What is the degree of the polynomial? The highest power of x. If the highest power of x is, say, 4, for example, x power 4 minus x cube plus 2x minus root 3, then this is called as a biquadratic polynomial. If the degree of a polynomial is 4, that is the highest power of x is 4, then the polynomial is called as a biquadratic polynomial. See, I want you also to understand now what we mean by roots and zeros of a polynomial. See, for example, if I have f of x equal to 2x plus 4, when I put 2x plus 4 equal to 0, it becomes an equation, in which case x will be minus 2. Now what will be f of minus 2? F of minus 2 is 2 into minus 2 plus 4 equal to 0. So minus 2 is called as a 0 of the polynomial. So for this polynomial, minus 2 is a 0 or root. So what do we mean by zeros or roots? The values of x for which the polynomial is equal to 0. So for some k, if f of k is equal to 0, the polynomial f of k is equal to 0, then we say k is a root or 0. K is called as 0 of f of x. You can have more than one 0 sometimes, okay? Now look at this picture. From this picture, we are going to determine the number of zeros of p of x in each case. So when I say 0, what do we mean graphically? Suppose I have a straight line like this, and this is minus 2. Then let this straight line, what does that be? Y. If or y equal to f of x. If f of minus 2 equal to 0, then minus 2 is called as a 0 of the polynomial. That is, it is the point where the curve cuts the x-axis. Y is 0. So when you say y equal to f of x, we are saying y is 0. What is the value of x for which y is 0? What is the value of x for which f of x is 0? So that is nothing but the point where the curve f of x, straight line or a parabola, any curve cuts the x-axis. So if you look at this, let us look at these examples to understand what are the zeros of a polynomial. Now if you look at the first example, does it cut the x-axis at all? No. So what is the number of zeros for the first case? The number of zeros is 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 graphs we have. We are going to discuss how many roots they possess. So the first one is 0. The second one, how many points does it cut the x-axis? You can see it cuts the x-axis at exactly 1 point. Therefore, in the case of second graph, it has got 1 root or 1 0. Look at the third graph. How many values does the graph cut the x-axis? You can see that this graph cuts the x-axis at 1, 2, 3. Therefore, this polynomial has got 3 zeros or 3 roots. You can see 1, 2, 3. Now look at graph number 4. How many places does the graph cut the x-axis? At 2 points. So the number of zeros is 2. Look at graph number 5. When you look at graph number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has got 4 roots. Because there are 4 values of x where y becomes 0, where the polynomial becomes 0. Look at graph number 6. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You only have to see where it cuts the x-axis. Be very clear, not where it cuts the y-axis. Because we are finding those value of x for which f of x is 0, for which y-coordinate is 0. If y-coordinate has to be 0, the point has to lie only on the x-axis. I hope you have now understood what we mean by zeros of a polynomial. So, 0 of a polynomial is that value of x for which f of x is 0. Okay. Now, let us take for example f of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c. What sort of polynomial is this? This is a quadratic polynomial. Okay. Now, I can write it as a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. If alpha and beta are the roots. If alpha, beta are the roots. In fact, in more general case, I can take it as even k. Don't be confused by this. For example, if you have, say, x square minus 5x plus 6, what will be the zeros or roots of this? This you can write it as x minus 3 into x minus 2. Okay. So, when x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0, x has to be 2 or 3. So, for this polynomial, the roots are 2 and 3. So, if 2 and 3 are the roots, the quadratic polynomial can be written as x minus 3 into x minus 2. X minus alpha, I am calling this as alpha and beta. Then I can write it as x minus alpha into x minus beta. Here I have taken the coefficient of x square as 1. But if there is a coefficient of x square like a, for example, ax square plus bx plus c, then naturally it should be of the form k into x minus alpha into x minus beta, where alpha, beta are the roots. Okay. Now I am comparing ax square plus bx plus c as some k into x minus alpha into x minus beta. I want to find a relationship between the zeros and the coefficients given in the polynomial. So this is k into x square minus alpha x minus beta x plus alpha beta. Now, I am going to compare the coefficients of x square on both sides, x on both sides and the constant term. So, this is k into x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. So, you get clearly when you compare the coefficient of x square, you get k equal to a. Now comparing this is comparing coefficient of x square. When I compare the coefficient of x, what will I get? On the left hand side I have b, on the right hand side I have minus k into alpha plus beta, but k we have found to be a, so I am bringing this here. So minus b by a equal to alpha plus beta, which is sum of the roots or sum of the zeros. So sum of the zeros is minus b by a. Now let me compare the constant term. Compare constants. So when you compare constants, what will you get? C equal to k times alpha beta, where k is a into alpha beta. So alpha beta, the product of the roots is equal to c by a. Alpha beta is product of the roots. So this is the relationship between the roots and the coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. So what is the relationship? If you have a quadratic ax square plus bx plus c, let me call it as some p of x. Then if alpha, beta are the roots, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, alpha beta equal to c by a. So this is what we saw derived from the earlier slide. Now I am going to explore this using GeoGebra. So this is what is called as a GeoGebra screen. GeoGebra is an easily downloadable software, very user friendly. It helps us to visualize mathematical concepts. So I am going to now input. Let us see different curves. So I am going to input, first I am going to make a slider. A is a slider. It takes the values between -5 to +5. Okay. Now in the input box, I am going to type y equal to, what is the variable? A. So A x plus 5. So I got a straight line. Okay. Now this is the straight line, y equal to ax plus 5. Now if I change the value of a, okay, what happens? The position of the straight line changes. Now what is a? A is a variable. We call it a slider in GeoGebra, but what it represents is a variable. It here takes values between -5 to plus. I have assigned values between -5 to +5. Now we are going to find the roots. I am going to find the roots of the straight line. Now where does it cut the x-axis? You can see that it cuts the x-axis at the point A. There's a repetition, so I'm just removing one. So it cuts the point A. What are the coordinates of A? 1.06 comma 0. So what does that mean? It means that the 0 of this given straight line is 1.06 comma 0. The 0 is 1.06. Y becomes 0 when x is 1.06. So the root or the 0 of this linear polynomial is 1.06. Suppose I move this A, you can see how the straight line changes. Now what is A? When A is minus 1 point, see y equal to ax plus 5. So when A equal to minus 1.2, what is the root? The root is given by 4.17 comma 0. That is the coordinates of A. What is the 0 of the polynomial? It is only 4.17. So when x is 4.17, y is equal to 0. Is it clear? So now let us see how a quadratic polynomial looks like. Okay. So I am also going to have 3 sliders. One slider for A, another slider for B, and another slider for C. So we have 3 sliders. You may wonder why I have created 3 sliders. I am going to write in the input box A x square plus bx So what am I getting now? I am getting a quadratic. Now what do you observe about the quadratic? It's not touching the x-axis. So what can you say about this quadratic? What is the equation of this quadratic? X square plus x plus 1. This quadratic does not touch the x-axis. So it has got no zeros. The number of zeros is 0. It has no roots or zeros. However, let me try to change the values of a, b and c. Suppose I change the value of b. Now you look at the curve. How many roots does it have? Let me click here. I want the roots. I'm going to click on this. I've got 2 roots. What are the 2 roots? A and B. It has created multiple roots, so I'm just removing some of them. Okay, now look at E and H. What is the coordinate of E? Minus 3.3 comma 0. What is the coordinates of H? Minus 0.3 comma 0. So what are the zeros of this polynomial? The zeros of this polynomial are minus 3.3 and minus 0.3. So what are the roots? Minus 3.3 minus 0.3. So they are the zeros of the polynomial, or they are the roots of the equation. If I equate it to 0, it becomes an equation. They are the roots of the equation. They are the values for which the y coordinate becomes 0. So E and H represent the roots of the polynomial. Okay. Now let us take another cubic polynomial. You have seen a linear, quadratic. Now let us see a cubic. I'm just going to write y equal to x power 3 x power 3 plus x. I'm just going to remove this. Let me look at y equal to, let me rewrite again, y equal to x cube. Y equal to x. Okay, now if you look at y equal to x cube, this is how the polynomial, the graph of the polynomial looks. How many roots does it have? You know that if I put x cube equal to 0, then what is the value of x? X is also 0. So you can see that x equal to 0 is a root. So if I click on this and say I want to find the roots and click on the curve, I get the root. So you can see that this is the x equal to 0 is the only root. Okay. Now let us look at a 4th degree polynomial. So in the input box, I am going to type y equal to x power 4 Okay, plus x square plus 1. So what do you observe? This is a biquadratic polynomial. A polynomial whose degree is 4 is called as a biquadratic polynomial. If you look at the polynomial, what is the highest power of x? The highest power of x is 4. So here we have x power 4 plus x cube. So the degree of the polynomial is 4. So what are the roots of this polynomial? You can see it has got two roots. It has got two roots, a and b. What are the two roots? Minus 1 comma 0 and 0 comma 0, or a and b. So what will be the zeros of this polynomial? Minus 1 and 0. The values of x for which y coordinate becomes 0. The value of x for which f of x becomes 0. So the two zeros are minus 1 and 0. So GeoGebra is a wonderful tool to explore different polynomials, because if you type the equation in the input box, it is possible for you to see the graph instantly. So I want you also to try, because when you study about polynomials, when you study about them abstractly, it is you don't understand how it looks like or what it means. But the moment you draw the graph, then it explains so much about the polynomial. So looking forward to for more interaction with you using GeoGebra. I want to explore more and more polynomials, and the relationship between the roots of a polynomial and the coefficients we will explore more in the next video. Until then, goodbye.